You know, just about last night, honestly, in all reality, about two nights ago, I was sitting here thinking to myself, you know what? MLB, the show, after they released Edward Cabrera, hasn't been too bad about bringing in meta cards that honestly break the game. And then they dropped the Classics Pack 2, I guess is what they're calling it. Yeah, Pack 2, the show Classics. And in that pack came a guy that is 100% going to break this game. Really, two people, in my opinion. Number one being Dustin May. Um, you look at all of his stats, they're amazing. He gets outlier on his sinker, which is crazy. He has a four seamer, a changeup, a curveball, a cutter. If this guy had a slider, he would hands down be the best pitcher in the game for probably the whole rest of the show until they bring out some overpowered 99s. But he doesn't. But in my opinion, he is still the best pitcher in the game at this point. But with him going for over 140,000 stubs, obviously, unless you can get lucky and pull him, or if you just have the stubs lying around like you pull someone great, I wouldn't invest in him. But he is the best pitcher in the game. But you can also get great pitchers, as in like Jacob DeGrom tomorrow, whenever they drop the attributes, and you can actually do some more missions for ranked seasons. And you also have like obviously Randy Johnson. A lot of people like the Andrew Painter card. A lot of people like the Satchel Paige. So, I mean, there are some other pitchers that are not nearly as expensive as this guy that you can 100% go for instead of Dustin May. Now, the second card that the show released that I think is crazy overpowered is Nico Goodrum. Now, this is a guy that I'm going to tell you hands down, if you have these stubs or the ability to get these stubs, get this man on your squad for multiple reasons. Number one, he's a switch hitter. Number two, he can play every position on the field except catcher. And they already have overpowered catchers in the game. Number three, contact all across the board is amazing. With 125 contact against lefties, 95 power, 84 power against lefties, 91 clutch, 96 fielding, 88 arm, 99 reaction with 85 speed. If you guys are going to use Nico Goodrum anywhere, in my opinion, it needs to be in center field with that 99 reaction. This card is going to be the meta. He looks amazing. I played against him last night. I almost broke my controller in half. I had my monitor in my hands. It was terrible. This guy hit 3 bombs off me, and they were pitches outside of the zones. This guy doesn't have any quirks, but aside from outlier, in my opinion, I haven't really seen quirks, however you say it, come into action. So, like I said, this Nico Goodrum, he's going for 127,000 stubs. If you create the buy nows the right way, pick him up. I'm saving up my stubs to get him, if I'm being 100% honest. I have some people that I've invested in for the attribute upgrade tomorrow. If you guys didn't see that video, make sure you guys go check that out. Hopefully they get me to that point of being able to afford this Goodrum. Hopefully. And just going over the rest of the players that were in this pack, which were loaded with some great ones. Casey Mize was in here. Casey Mize has a slider, sinker, splitter, curveball, and four-seamer. The only thing this Casey Mize card is missing is a cutter. But with the slider and the splitter and the curveball, and his stamina, hits per 9, balls per 9, Ks per 9, you can 100% make up for it. He doesn't have outlier, which isn't a big deal. He throws with great speed as is. This Casey Mize, unlike the other cards, is going for around 54,000. If you do the buy now correctly, if you have the stubs, it can't hurt to try this man out. I think he's going to be a great pitcher. I think he is easily top 10 in the game right now because of his pitch mix. Has 5 pitches, so you know the opponent can never expect what you're going to throw as long as you pitch correctly. And solid stats. So I would give him a shot. I really would. Now, this is a guy that I want. Jorge Soler. This Jorge Soler card with maxed out power against righties and lefties is insane. Also, if you guys have not made that push into World Series, which I have not, I'm right on the 700 rank mark. Every time I have my 700 rank game, I go against, it's crazy. I can never win. he does fit the Byron Buxton boost. For me personally, if you guys watch any of my videos, I use a Nolan Arenado boost. This Jorge Soler does not hit that boost, but if you look at my squad, unlike the Byron Buxton boost, you don't need tier 3 for the Nolan Arenado boost for it to be relevant. You can use Jorge Soler. I have my left, center, right field, and DH spot open, and shortstop for that matter. And I still have the tier 2 boost for Joe Torre, Alejandro Kirk, Ryan McMahon, and Nolan Arenado. And Adam Dunn. I did pop Adam Dunn in there. So give this card a shot. He's very cheap for what he can do with 54,000 stubs. Also, I will tell you, most people right now are using Juan Soto, Charlie Blackmon, or a couple other players aside from like Acuna in right field. The thing about this Jorge Soler card is if you compare him to the Charlie Blackmon card or the Juan Soto, he compares very well to him. Obviously, the Juan Soto has a little bit better fielding, but Jorge Soler has a better arm. And in all reality, your right fielders aren't known for being true amazing fielders. He can get the job done out there and right. Is he going to make some messed up plays? Sure. But with that 76 speed, he should be able to track down most balls. He's not going to make any spectacular diving plays or rob home runs, but he can make the plays where you need it. Get this card. And then the fifth card here is a card that I'm going to be picking up as well, not only for how cheap he is, but also because he hits a Nolan Arenado boost. He can play first, he's a lefty bat, and he can be my DH if need be. Because with the Arenado boost, he already has 93 contact against lefties, which is great. With the Arenado boost, he's going to get that plus 15 to his power against lefties, which puts him at 105 with 106 power against righties, and he gets that either 10 or 15 for the contact, which is going to put him up in the 120 range, roughly 115, 120. Dominic Smith's a great card. I think he was in the game last season. Yes, because that's when the 42 series was. He was in the game last season. I used him. He was one of the better cards that I liked using. I'm going to get him. Right now I'm kind of saving up, like I said, to go after that Nico Goodrum card. But for him only being 11,000 stubs, this is a card that if you have any sort of stubs, any need whatsoever for DH or first baseman, I wouldn't use him in the field just because his speed's terrible. His fielding is better than Jorge Soler, but it's not good enough to put out there. I would pick him up. Give Dominic Smith a shot. A 93 overall for most of these Team Affinity Season 2s and even Season 1s. This Dominic Smith is going to be better stat-wise than those cards, unless you're rocking like the Adam Dunn, Charlie Blackmon, people like that. Give Dominic Smith a shot. The next card here is Eloy Jimenez. Unfortunately, they gave him 46 speed instead of 44 or lower, so he does not get that Arenado boost, but his stats, 102 clutch, 103 power against lefties, 192 against righties, 109 contact against lefties, 93 against righties, and some very serviceable fielding for that matter. If Ryan Braun ever does fall off for me, I might pop Eloy Jimenez out there. He's very cheap, similar to Dominic Smith, and I've always liked Eloy Jimenez's swing. So if you need a left fielder, give Eloy a shot. He's cheap. You could easily play a little bit, get that 11,000 stubs, and use them. And last but not least, you got Jorge Lopez. Jorge Lopez would be a closing pitcher for you. He is a righty, a 93 overall, so he's already better than the Leclerc and people like that. Great hits per 9, BBs per 9, clutch, home runs per 9. Overall, this card's great. And to make matters even better, he does get outlier on that sinker. So he throws a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. He's going to throw a crazy fast sinker, which is going to be very hard to read. Circle change, slider, curveball. Doesn't have a cutter, but again, has that sinker. And if you can't figure out how to beat a player with 3 breaking balls, I mean, with 1 inning, you're not going to be bringing this guy out to face much. But you can never have too many pin guys. I would pick him up, and honestly, if I were to pick somebody to put him in over, let's look at my pin. For me personally, it would probably be Jose Leclerc. I like Leclerc. He's a great player, but I have Jansen. I have Kendall Graveman, who I really like, Raleigh Fingers, Rob Dibble, Leclerc would be kind of the odd man out there for me because I have my lefties. I won't get rid of any of them. I do want to get a better lefty than Tyler J at some point, but his slow pitch mix just kind of really throws some people off. But replace Leclerc, in my opinion, I would give that guy a shot, Jorge Lopez. But with that being said, guys, I think all of those players are serviceable on most squads. So it's I wish they gave us something for these vouchers, so I've already beat everything. But like I said, give them a shot. Now let's see if we can pull a diamond here for the end of the video. It would be really nice, huh? But tomorrow's a big day for MLB, for the show. We're getting... was it a couple there? I really hope it goes up. We're getting the first roster update, which is huge. We're getting... gosh, I'm losing my words here. I'm sorry, guys. Alec Marsh just went to the IL. RIP. First attribute upgrade. They did also announce, so everyone, including myself, has been complaining about every content drop that the show has had this year has been pack related, has been monetized. I mean, they want you to spend money on this game, which is something that I could give the show props for aside from this season. Every time they would allow you to, there was always programs out. There wasn't anything. I mean, you weren't like waiting for new stuff to drop. Like right now, I'm kind of stuck because I'm in one of those weird spots where I am just trying to get over the hump with my hitting skills and my pitching skills to make World Series. And I don't want to grind it because, I mean, in the end, what's the point? I mean, I'm sitting there and I'm playing. I'm getting frustrated because I'm playing against these guys that have better cards than me, which is kind of weird because I have a good squad, but I'm just trying to get used to everything. Still trying to get used to pitching. Pitching's my big downfall. And I get into these games and I play. I'm probably put in about 300 innings on ranked seasons. And as soon as you hit your 75 ranked points because you've played 150 innings, and these missions, which are super easy if you know anything about the game, you get this Alejandro Kirk, which I love the card, by the way, but there's no way, unless you reach World Series, to get one of these two cards. And I had to wait, 2 weeks? And then they're finally going to drop more content tomorrow? Like, come on. And I've already beat the Battle Royale program. Going 10-0, if I can't make World Series, I'm not going to go 10-0. So that I'm kind of stuck there. I got my Ryan Braun. I don't want the Fernando card. I don't like slow pitchers, especially a lefty. I beat the event. I got Andrew Painter, who's great, by the way. Use him if you haven't. So I got everything there. I mean, could I do the other 15 wins? Yeah, I could get some pretty decent stuff. That XP would be nice, but I don't know. I like grinding for cards. And I've beat every program, all the Team Affinity stuff, which, were some great cards. Don't get me wrong. I like the Team Affinity. I beat all the awards. Love the Bobby Witt Jr. card. Props for me for calling it. All the conquests is done. The only thing that I've really been doing is grinding Road to the Show for extra XP, obviously, and to get some diamond equipment as I get further into the progression of the programs there to sell for some stubs. I haven't done it yet, but I'm almost to the Duke one. And I've been playing mini seasons because if you haven't checked them out, mini seasons is a great way to earn packs. I'm almost done with this Team Affinity Season 2. I have 5 games, and you get a collective this is 15 packs, I believe. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 61, 62 packs so you can get out of here. And you get some great XP, you get some great stubs. And if you haven't beat Team Affinity Season 2, for every 5 games that you win, you get a voucher, which is awesome because it's just free stuff for just playing. and you get XP, you get the parallel XP. So, I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing right now, just kind of waiting until tomorrow, because they announced, obviously, that they're bringing out more missions for ranked. Obviously, also the first roster attribute upgrade. Really looking forward to that. If you haven't, Zach Gallen, for some reason, his value keeps tanking. I am still holding out strong that he is going to be upgraded to Diamond. He actually went up quite a bit. I could make some profit, but I still think he's going to go up Diamond. I really hope he does, because that is I think I bought him when he was under 1,000. So, that's a 15,000 stubs right there. Just boom, put me over 100,000. Gets me on the way to Goodrum. And I invested in some other smaller guys, but nothing crazy. I always have trouble doing it because obviously I release my video with my tips and tricks that I kind of do. But in all honesty, anytime that I've followed other people's suggestions for investing, it's shot me in the face. So I invested in Jose Caballero because he, like I said in the video, he was leading guys in shortstops and average. I don't know how he's doing now, but he's like 40 stubs. I mean, you can't really go wrong. I don't know what he's going for now. 58. So technically I can make like a 15 stub profit. Not great. I'm not worried about it. I've got a few Westbergs who I 100% expect to go up. I got a couple Grayson Rodriguez which you're saying is going to go up. I got a Colton Cowser. I've got some players, but nothing crazy. Not some of those people that have like 60 of them. I really wish I would have hopped on the Marcell Ozuna's train. But with that being said, honestly, I'm just waiting. Let me know what you guys are doing to kind of pass the time between these programs. I'm not used to it. Usually there's content. But one big thing that MLB did announce is they're releasing the Show Classic program, which is awesome. I wish they had done that from the beginning. But in that Show Classic program, if I can find a picture of it, I'll post it here, is going to be a Cody Bellinger card. The exact Cody Bellinger Lightning player from either last season or the season before, who was amazing. I believe it was 22. I could be completely wrong. Actually, it was probably 21 if I'm not 100% sure. But the card was, like I said, amazing. So definitely looking forward to grinding that out. They're also bringing out a new mini seasons. I haven't seen much about that, but that'd be cool. I'm also very curious to see who the new event cards are. It gives me some more stuff to do. So obviously you can be expecting some more content from that. But hope you guys enjoyed the little talk that we did, the review of all of these new cards. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going all in on the Dustin May? Do you guys like the Goodrum? Or are you guys going all in on some of the lower tier cards? Let me know, and we'll talk about it. But with that being said, guys, if you guys did enjoy that video, we did hit 400 subs. Thank you all for that. That is amazing. Never thought I'd be here. I thought for the longest time I'd be stuck at like 50 subs. And here we are, 400. So close to hitting that 500 sub mark and start monetizing. Hopefully that comes soon. But with that being said, guys, nothing's going to change. I'm going to keep dishing out content. Keep liking them shorts. Keep liking the Clash Royale content. And stay tuned for future baseball. I will be back tomorrow to review some of my suggestions that I made for the attributes. With that being said, y'all, take it easy and stay safe.